Have you ever watched a drama that had you completely locked in, edge of your seat, invested like, oh yeah, this is about to be that show? And then it gets to the end and you're like, wait, what just happened? Because that was me with Dynamite Kiss. Yellow on the Krew Meter, proceed with caution, because this one starts strong, but doesn't quite stick the landing. Here's the tea. If you've been rocking with the crew and just realized you're not subscribed, go on and fix that real quick. Hit subscribe so YouTube can keep pushing this kind of content to people like us, and we can keep growing our watch list together. Now let's get into it. Listen. From episode 1, John K. Young said we are not doing that slow burn, awkward, hold hands in episode 10 energy. That man came in with chemistry immediately. And I'm starting to realize that's his thing. He doesn't play those hesitant, unsure male leads. He brings that grown man energy. Men who know what they want and move accordingly. And it gives his drama this more mature, adult feel right from the start. So if you like romance that doesn't waste your time, oh yeah, this one's gonna hook you early. And forget the love triangle, we got a love square. And not in a messy, thrown together way either. They actually laid the groundwork for it. So you're watching it unfold like, ooh, okay, wait, this is about to get chaotic. And I love that. Because now you've got tension and emotional stakes coming from multiple directions. So by the time you get to episodes 10, 11, and 12, it's like I'm locked in and I gotta know how they're gonna wrap this up. And this is where we gotta talk. Because episodes 13 and especially 14 started to feel rushed. Now listen, we all know final episodes in K-dramas don't always hit the same as the rest of the series. We get it. But this one felt like they spent so much time building things up in the earlier episodes, letting moments breathe, letting situations unfold over time. And then all of a sudden, multiple resolutions are happening in one episode? And I'm sitting here like, wait, we doing all of this right now at once? It just didn't match the pacing that we got used to. And that's what makes it feel so disjointed. And here's where it really depends on where you are in your K-drama journey. Because if you're new to K-dramas, this might not have bothered you. You might have been just like, oh, okay, that was a lot, but hey, we got our ending. But if you've been watching K-dramas for a while, that's when you hit that, wait, again? Because now you're recognizing the pattern. And instead of it feeling like a natural direction for the story, it starts to feel like a shortcut. Like, instead of letting the story resolve naturally, we're using a familiar trope to force an ending. Now, I've seen some people compare it to When the Phone Rings in terms of that ending, and I'm gonna say they didn't go that far. It's not that egregious, but it definitely doesn't hit the same as those first 12 episodes. And I get to break this meme back out. Feels pretty accurate because the journey is good. Like, I had a great time watching this drama. I was entertained, I was invested, I was rooting for him. It's just, it didn't close as strong as it started. But, and this is important, I'm not gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater. Not at all. Because if you're watching it for him, you might forgive it. Because there's still so much to enjoy here. The chemistry is there, the tension is there, the setup is there. You just have to go in knowing that the ending may not give you the same feels. Now, I will say this though. Do not click out when the final episode ends. Stay tuned for the credits, because they give us this cheesy but cute little moment at the end, which I appreciated. So here's my final take. If you want a romance that starts fast, feels mature, and keeps you engaged for most of its run, go ahead and press play. Just manage your expectations for that ending. So crew, if you've already watched it, where does it land on your Krew meter? Green, yellow, or red, and why? Let's get a discussion going below. And if you're more of a K-drama purist and want that long, slow walk to hand-holding, check out my review of The Undateables, showing Nam-Kun Min taking his little old time while still giving us his full charm. And as always, if you're feeling this kind of content and you want to see more like it, you know what you gotta do.